is to
move the camera.
show you some other sensors and other constraints.
Is this a cube or?
So let's see.
Okay, so you need to add move
Shift
the camera
space.
off
There we go.
the cube.
So what do we have now? We have something you can start the game, you can move it, you can jump. If it hits the monkey, the game ends. Let's make another game. Let's make another level. So here I'm going to join these two. I have these two 3D views and put the mouse between and then command click join area just to make one big 3D view instead of two. And now let's add another scene. So click here, scene, and let's see, plus in the scene, and we'll say new. We can say copy settings, link objects, link object data, full copy. So full copy makes a complete copy that's totally separate. If I change the color of the monkey in the new scene, it won't change in the old scene. If you do link objects, when I change the color of the monkey in one scene, it'll change in all the scenes. So for right now, to be simple, let's just do full copy, so we don't have to worry about that. Really what we'll do, and I'll talk about it tomorrow, is really you should have each object in its own file, and then you link it in to your main game, and then somebody else can work on the monkey, the avatar controls, on the logic, on the color, on the texture, on the animation, and whenever they do it, it automatically changes when you link it in. So it's a way of really isolating the different parts. It makes each game file much simpler. Anyway, let's make a full copy, and we'll call this level 2. Okay, and then you can go back and go back to what was scene, what's called scene, and call it level 1. So now we have 2 levels, level 2 and level 1. To make level 2 look different, let's, what should we do? We can, we have floor material 1. Right? I don't know what that's going to do if let me just see if it actually does this correctly with the touch sensor.
Oh no.
It's looking only if it's touching floor material. It's not going to work right. Okay, so go here and change this to some other material. We'll call it, floor material 01 is fine, and change the color. So just so you'll know you're on a different level, we'll make it the red level. So floor now is red.
Hey, are you making it? Did you just make it level?
So I went to level 2. I made a full copy of the scene. I called it level 2.
You're changing the color.
Then I clicked on it. I went to the material button. I clicked on the floor, went to the material button, and changed the material to red. And in fact, I'll even rename it. I'm going to call it red floor. Red floor is the name of this material.
Whoa.
Now let's go back to level 1. Go back to level 1, and we'll have here, if we click on the avatar, we had the kiss monkey, went to restart game. No, let's not do that. Let's now have it, that was me, and I'm not going to answer it. Oh, that might be, oh, my guy. Let me see just a second. Hello, Timothy. Hi, Hagai.
Flip.
Oh yeah. Well, once you come to our where we're having the class, which is Limburg 55. 55 on the first floor of the International Business School. No. This is behind the theater. If you go behind the theater and up that walkway behind the theater, or you go past the art building, you'll come to Limburg. It's a new building, and it's a business school building.
You go up and.
It is exactly.
What do you need?
Yep. So once you come there and join us, we're doing some 3D game design in Blender today, so you can come and catch the last 15 minutes of the class.
I'm meeting upstairs. Do
Oh yeah, well, we have from 12 to 1 we'll have lunch, and then 1 o'clock. Okay. Yep. Okay, great. See you soon. Bye. Okay, sorry about that. That's our speaker, so he'll be coming. He's on campus now. Okay, so now I wanted to show how you, when you hit the monkey, right here with collision, you kiss the monkey, instead of going to restart the game, we go to scene, make that a scene.
Oh, that is so cool.
And go to set scene. So a scene actuator and set scene, and the scene we're going to go to is level 2. Great. So now let's play.
I have a question. So all scenes still have, you can still call the same, you can duplicate the objects in the new scene or no?
Yeah, well, so the new scene is completely separate. I did a full copy.
Wait,
So-
can you do that again?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, let me do it again. And here we go here, shift space. So did you have the 2 levels, level 1, level 2?
Yeah.
Okay, then over here, all I did was, in here it was game. It was a game constraint,
okay,
game actuator. I made it a scene actuator. Scene actuator, and I changed it to set scene,
Let's see.
and clicked on scene down here and said level 2.
There we go.
So now-
Can you say what the collision is for kids?
Oh, the collision, that was the same one as before, I didn't change it.
Can you see?
That was the, that's a collision with an object that has property goal, and we added, in the game we added a goal, the monkey we added a goal property.
Okay.
Wait, how did you have the goal?
Okay, so what we did is shift space, and we click on the monkey.
I want to use this.
Clicking on the monkey, there's this add game property, you click on it, it pops up one of these,
Okay.
and you just set goal,
Where you, oh, is that cool?
Oh, okay, I see.
okay? Set goal. So, so we have a goal property. And so now we should be able to play it. So if I shift space, view from the camera, P for play,
Yay.
and I should be able to go and hit him, and boom, look, I'm in the red level. And now, if I hit it again from the red level, restarts the game. But really, I should be going to another level and so on. So
Whoa.
shift space. Let's go back to level 2. Let's make level 2 a little bit more interesting. Maybe, if I, let's see. Okay. So for level 2, I think I'm going to do this. Let's go, see, view from the right. Here we go. Level 2, I'm gonna duplicate. Here I'm selecting the floor. I'm gonna Shift D, duplicate it, and then G for grab, and Y for Y-axis. Move another copy. So he's gonna have to jump from one level to the next to get the monkey this time.
Ooh.
Click it. Now click on monkey, and hold the monkey over there.
Whoa.
Right. So now you've got to jump all the way across. So get a running jump, hit the space, fly over, land on the ground. Okay, so it should be level 1, and shift space play 1. So I should be able to just go
He's coming, right?
Every
There.
game is
now.
Whoa.
And
Make
Not
the
gonna do
jump.
it, yeah,
Jump.
do it.
oh!
Ooh.
I just lost money because of that.
I think I need more jump power to be able to make it. But anyway, so we did that.
That was cool.
Made it. Oh no.
Right, so we have a new level. Let me go back to level 1. Shift space. Level 1. We're in level 1. Great. View from the front. Zoom in a little bit. Okay, so maybe now it would be nice to have health. I want to have health. So and a timer. So and bad guys. So let's have a bad guy that just goes back and forth across the screen. And if it touches you, you lose some health points, right? And you have to, if you lose enough health points, the game is over, restarts. So how would you go about doing that? Here's a guy.
Hello.
Hi. A little make yourself comfortable. This is Hagai Goldfarb, class of 85. Everybody? Yep. This is the Justice Brandeis semester mobile apps and game design course. So we have about half an hour now doing Blender, showing how to make a 3D game. Okay, great. Okay, so the next thing is to try to make some bad guys that just go back and forth across the stage, and if you hit them, you lose health points. So, so let's see, I should be zoomed in on the avatar, great. And let's first add a health. So you click on the avatar, click on Add Game Property, and let's call this health, and we'll make it a integer. And initial value will be 10 points. So you have 10 points of initial value for your health. Okay, and let's also add a timer variable. So click on Add Game Property, have timer, and call it time, fine. Initial value 0, doesn't really matter. And then, if you see these little things here, little eyes, click on these, and that will put debug property, which will show you up here when you run. If we now go to game mode and say show debug properties in game mode, then when we play, up here you've got your timer and your avatar health up in the corner. So there are nicer ways to do it with actually health indicators, but when you're first debugging, this is a nice way to see it. And escape gets you out. Okay, so let's make some bad guys. So view from the front, and let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. So let's just have a cube that goes back and forth.
How about a ball?
What's that? A ball? Okay, make a ball. So let's do add a mesh sphere, UV sphere or icosphere. Icosphere is a icosahedron that's then refined. UV sphere is more like latitude longitude sphere. Doesn't really matter. Let's do an icosphere. There it is. Here's the icosphere. And then we also need some boundaries for it to run up against. So, because that's the easiest way to do it. So let's make a couple walls here. So when it collides against a wall, it'll change direction.
Do we have to
Collide
put
against the wall,
physics on
change
it,
direction.
or does it already automatically inherit the physics aspects?
It has no physics.
Okay.
Right, no physics. So let's make some boundaries. So if we do add a mesh cube.
What about plane?
I want to use a cube. Planes sometimes are a little dangerous because they're thin and you can pass through them if you get going too fast. Actually, this would be good to view from the top. So viewing from the top, we can then stretch it.
40?
So you can S scale in the X direction, or Y. So S, Y, and then drag. S, Y, drag. S, Y, drag. Oops, escape. So S, Y, drag. There you go.
The teacher said it would
Or you can actually go here if you want. Just click here and change the dimensions. Change the dimensions to 40 in the Y direction. And maybe 0.5 in the X. Make it narrow. And remember, this is going to be something that's going to be, we're going to be colliding against it. So add a game property and call it wall. Wall with a Boolean property initially true. It doesn't really matter. Wall. Okay, so we've got a wall. And if we then Shift D duplicate, Shift D, and then, oops, did I get that? Shift D, grab X. Oops, how come we're not? Oh, I see, because I didn't return.
Yeah.
So, okay. Shift D, and G for grab, and X for X-axis, moves it right in the X-axis way, and click. So now we have two walls, both have the property wall. There we go. And now we have a sphere. So let's click on the sphere. Let's just say go in the red direction, which is X, at a certain speed. And then when you hit the wall, turn around and go the other direction. So let's try that. So we, let's see, we're shift space, add a sensor, have an always sensor, so it's always going to do this, and an and controller, and a motion actuator. And what it's going to do is always move, simple motion, servo control. I think you say servo control, linear velocity in the x direction of 10 units. So servo control is a little motor. It'll start up, get to that speed, and continue at that speed.
And you're doing this all in the sphere, right?
I'm doing it on the sphere. So I have an always, which will go like this.
You know, if you connect the sensor to the actuator, it makes an AND controller for you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So if I could just connect them directly, so I could just go, ooh, oh, nice, right? One fewer step. Then you also want a collision sensor. So collide, if you hit something that has property wall, what should it do? Let's have it do another actuator, a motion actuator, and have it rotate 180 degrees.
Whoa.
Right? So rotate 180. So when it hits a wall, it rotates 180 along the z-axis. So it'll just flip. Hit, flip, hit, flip. Hopefully. That's what we think is going to happen.
Oh, what did you do?
And now, let's see if it works. P for play. It's not moving. And why not? Let's see.
No movement.
No movement. That's not good. Let me just look at this again. How about this? Actually, maybe we could make it a dynamic object.
Oh, it's static.
It's static.
Oh, static.
Let's make it dynamic object. You could do it with static and it would actually probably work, but let's make it dynamic. I think that's easier.
There it goes. Where you did
Dynamic,
Oh, it's stuck.
and then P for play.
Tim, would you mind just zooming in on the
Ooh,
motion?
look at it.
Bam.
Bam, and it hit it and knocked it over. Oops, up, well now.
Whoa, what the heck? It won't, look at this.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, what the hell?
Boom.
Because when it
This is
rotates,
so
it hits the
cool.
wall again.
That's right, because I guess actually
It gets glitched up
it
sometimes.
penetrates the wall slightly, rotates, and it's still colliding.
Yeah.
So that it rotates again, rotate again,
Oh,
and then again
God.
it gets stuck in the edge there.
It's so
How do you fix that?
Oh, it's in the
There it
wall
goes.
now.
It's a feature.
Mine
It's
just
not-
flew out of the wall.
Maybe
It
we
just
should-
exploded.
Oh,
through
you
it.
have to set a delay of like
So,
half a second.
so let's go back, let me see, let's go back to this motion actuator. We could go to, oh here, we could get rid of servo control.
Oh, apart from the- I just put the wall.
Let's see,
Base of the motion actuator.
and use a linear velocity instead. Say linear velocity in the x direction of 10. I think this might work better, let's try that, 10. So, P for play. Hey, no, not, that's not working better. Shift space, I'll go back to servo control. And this is servo control
Sensors,
and the linear velocity in the x direction of 10
that did not work.
and local. Yep,
Um,
good.
Local.
Try that again.
I don't
Oops,
think my
10.
wall's
Ah,
working.
10. Shift space, P for play.
Once again.
Okay, let's not worry about
They
the
disappeared.
about making it. You know, there's obviously a bug there. Let's not worry about that right now. We'll think of it as a feature. But now we have to do the hit point. What if it hits? If it collides, you lose points. You lose health. So that's what I want to do. So let's go. Does it have a property? It doesn't have a property yet. So let's give it a property, calling it
Evil.
evil. Okay, evil property. And now we click on this guy, the avatar, and again, add another collision constraint, a sensor I mean. So collision sensor. And the collision sensor is it hit evil. And something that does the property evil. And then we'll have an actuator, which will be a property actuator, because it's going to affect the property.
Oh.
And it's going to be add to the property health, add -1.
First one, we have
Oh,
a
man.
motion
So we add -1, we just connect those using Sahar's magic trick. Boom.
Yeah.
So now every time it hits, you lose,
There we go.
1 point. And now what happens when you get to 0 points? We want to have you restart the game. So let's do that. So add a property actuator. And this is the property, it should be, you can say interval. Say anything to 0 is a maximum. So if the property health is below 0, then we're going to restart the game.
No way.
So add an actuator, game constraint, restart
The
game,
next time if it actually moved through the
direct.
wall and never collided with it.
Okay, and this is died.
It's kind of sticky.
And this is, what is this one? This one is lose health,
Alright, let's
lose
try
health,
Incremental time.
and this is restart,
it. No, it's too slow.
restart game. And now we can hide these guys. They have nice names, so we can always get them later. This one was level 2.
Because like the ball hits you, it's gonna hit you several times, even though it looks like it's once.
Maybe,
In between.
Because like.
maybe, so we might have to start you off with more points. And actually, so
That's what you're doing.
this is this controller here is a visual programming language, but there's a Python controller which gives you total control if you want. So that's really the way to get rid of that weird action is go to the Python controller.
Yeah. What did you do in the game actuator again?
The game actuator to restart the game.
Yeah.
I just did for game. I selected the game actuator and I selected the restart game option.
When I do
How
that,
do you do that? How do you
What's
select
that?
the restart game option?
It doesn't have it.
No.
You're in the actuator, the game actuator,
Yeah.
and then down here it says game.
It says game and this is file. Oh, you just click restart and then it goes away. Oh, I see.
Click on it.
I got it. I got it.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So now let's play.
I kinda like
Actually, though, I don't think that this is going to be challenging enough. So I'm going to shift duplicate, grab Y, shift duplicate, grab Y.
You're taking notes. Awesome.
Oops.
Pause right back.
Shift duplicate, grab Y.
If you want, you could upload this.
Bunch these up,
What's
What
your-
and then move them around a little bit
That'd be amazing.
Sensor.
so they're different places. And then move this guy back so he has to actually get through all of that.
Oh, so we have to
Uh,
get the
Shift space, just shift space here,
And so then
and play.
our thing
One.
is it.
Oh! Well, that was good. I actually, try this again. Play.
See if I can figure this out.
1. Oops. Why is it,
It's like going back up because
play?
Nice.
Oh, I'm right on the edge. So I gotta move forward. Play.
How can you tell, like, why didn't you, what was
One.
different when you were riding?
Better
Okay.
than Skycam, I guess.
Uh-oh, one of them got stuck.
Skycam.
Oh, I lost some health. Ah, I went to level 2. Good, and now,
So if you jump.
I'm gonna back up a little bit. Oh, I can't back up. I have to turn around.
It's like, we're gonna have to jump.
Yep. And then turn and view 1. Speed. Go, 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 go. Jump! Oh! So you need to give it a little more power. It has to be a winnable game. Okay, let's also add a timer now. So if you run out of time, you can't dally around. You have to run out of time. You have to get to the next level by 15 seconds or something. So we have a time property. So let's go shift space in there, add a sensor, property sensor. And again, this will be interval, time. So if you get anything over 15 seconds, let's make it 10 for right now because we want it to end quickly. Then we're also going to restart the game. So this is time up, time's up. It's near the property.
But we don't have anything that decrements the time yet, right?
No, the timer starts at 0 and goes up.
But we don't have anything that makes it go up.
No, it automatically does. That's what timer does. It's a special property. It's a timer property.
It's not, got it.
So we go here and connect. Yep. There we go. Actually, I shouldn't have go through the end. Oh no, that's right. That's right.
Which
That's
sensor?
good. What's that?
Which sensor was that?
That was the property sensor, and then I did it for the evaluation type of interval. The property was time. Minimum value was 10. Maximum is anything.
Does this look right?
So now it should time out. So I should be able to go play, and here's my time up here, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can start moving a little bit, 9, 10, hey, I should have restarted. Oh, no, because I won. So why did that, no, oh, because I didn't connect it.
Yeah, you did.
I did, and it should have gone to restart game time when the time property was a minimum of 10.
I never went down.
Well, you're still on.
How about 5 to 10? It's between 5 and 10. Let's see if that works. Between 5 and 10, then you should restart the game. Play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Restart. So I guess you have to have a maximum value or it doesn't like
Wait,
it.
it didn't work. Mine still stays 0 the whole time.
Did you make 5 and 10?
Yeah.
And you had did you have a timer variable called
But
timer?
reverting to the last
Variable?
A property
Yeah.
called timer, and then the name of it was called time.
No, where do you get that?
I just over here you give it a name.
Oh, okay. I
Okay.
have that. You just,
Okay, so what do we
You set
have?
it to count up.
What's that?
Where you set
It automatically
Oh,
does.
it's
That's what a
because of the
timer
timer, yeah.
property
oh,
does.
I read the timer. Okay.
Timer property counts up.
Got ya.
Yes.
Got ya.
Okay. We could also have done it with a delay. We could have used a delay sensor, I believe.
Yeah.
Interval.
So
5 to 10.
escape. Show space. So anything? What other sensors did I not talk about? Always sensor. Near sensor is if you want to have. Oh, maybe we could do that with the balls. Just say if they're near the wall, they turn around. That might make it better, but I'm not sure. There's a joystick, but I don't have a joystick here to play with. Message, you can have an event send a message, and then other things get that message. That's a way of communicating between objects. You can also do something like this. If I shift select that one, so I selected them both. Then over here you see I've got the avatar and the icosphere. So you can say, you can have joint constraints. If something happens on the avatar and on the icosphere, then I have some kind of controller, and I can control the avatar and the icosphere. So you can do multiple controls. But I don't want to do that. Let's see. Let's look at the controllers. Well, what happened to my avatar? There. See, the actuators. So we did motion. We did property, scene, state. State is a very interesting feature. Let me see if I can do this. So let's say, let's go down here and add a keyboard sensor. If you hit the G key, then over here we're going to have a state actuator. State. Great. which says you're going to set the state to state 2. Okay, state 2. And now let me see where the state stuff is. Mark controller for execution before all non-mark controllers. No. State, here it is. State. Show only sensors connected to active states. I can't see. Somewhere you can specify, they changed the interface, so, but you can specify that in each state you have a whole new mapping, sensor, app controller, actuator mapping. And you can say go from one state to the other. So, but unfortunately, oh, here it is. This is the set controller state. Great. So I can say have another add and controller. In state 2. But how come it's not?
The state.
Show controllers, hide controllers. I'll have to do this tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Lunch.
Yeah, it's going to be 10 minutes till lunch. So I'll show you how to do it tomorrow. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to do. We did multiple views, we did parented cameras, we did throwing objects.
Yeah,
I didn't show you how to throw things.
I want to do that.
Okay, throwing stuff. Okay, let's see if I can do this. So to throw things, let's have when you hit some key, the avatar is going to throw a little sphere. Okay, so you have to go here. Here are the levels. I mean, not the levels, the layers. So let's click on layer 2. Nothing there, and add a sphere. Yep, layers. There are 20 layers.
Whoa.
So let's have a little UV sphere, or a little icosphere. Shrink it down a little bit, and you can throw anything you want. And let's rename that down here. Icosphere, we're going to call it ball, because you're going to throw a ball. Maybe I should call it plushie. Okay, ball, throw a ball. So now let's go back. That's in layer 2. It has to be in a different layer. Go back to layer 1. Connect to your avatar, and let's have here. Let's make another sensor. So add another actuator. What's a sensor? Dang it. There we go. Add a sensor. Keyboard sensor. So if you hit, what do we throw? T. So if you hit T, it's going to throw. And over here, add an actuator. And the actuator is edit. I have to make it bigger. I can't see it.
Edit object.
So, edit object. Add actuator, edit object. Edit object. And there is add object. There it is. Yes, add object. And the object is ball. And how long is it going to live? It's going to live
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Okay.
Wow.
Very short.
That's
Oh, no, let's make it 5.
Okay.
You should live forever.
5. And linear velocity, it's going to be going out in the y direction at a velocity of
30.
30. Whoa.
Man.
Yeah.
False.
Local. So it's your local direction, not general.
And now you can
No angular velocity, it's not spinning at all. And now connect them.
Can you give us more time?
I don't understand how we name it.
What was the first
What?
sensor?
You want it to go forever?
What was the first sensor?
Then you just make that
First
0.
sensor,
It threw
Time
my,
of 0 means it never dies.
which we added
It
to
threw
this.
my
Create a
key.
pile of balls.
Okay, so now, so let's see, that was a
Yeah, lost a
T.
while back. My computer shut off.
Ball.
Oh, a keyboard.
T. Oh.
Orientate it to the ball.
Unfortunately,
You didn't link it.
They're
no,
not
I did,
playing. They're
but
not playing.
what happened is, the ball is inside.
Did you rename
I'm creating it
your
inside the
cube
cube, and then it's
to ball or?
flying out. So let me go back to level 2,
I think he has the same mistake if it's because the
And
ball's
let me,
inside the cube.
let me make it ghost for now. back to level 1. P, so T. I don't see him.
Oh, it's static. Should we make it dynamic?
Make it dynamic. Yeah. Yes, it should be dynamic, of course.
Maybe that's why.
Dynamic. Okay.
Yeah,
And
see it.
level 1. Thank you. And view from the top.
And
Zoom out a little bit.
there it goes.
Oh, that worked.
P for play and T for throw.
Yeah, that's mine then.
But it doesn't go very far.
So they go.
It goes. Oh, that's only 5 frames, I think.
Oh.
So let's go back to avatar.
How do you rotate?
Here, the time. Let's make the time 100.
Oh, did we add a section?
P for play, T for throw.
I think
Hey.
when we added that.
Ooh, there we go.
That was our second.
You see the second?
I did. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay, so you can throw. Oh, we should have thrown monkeys. That would be throw the monkeys. Okay, so so this gives you some sense of the kind of game mechanics that you can do with this with Blender. I didn't talk yet about the aesthetics or about the Python controller. There's a text editor view which lets you do write Python and a very nice Python API. So you can do any of this stuff through Python instead of the visual controller. And that's good for bad guys. Yes.
So are you saying that as you're working with the UI, it's actually writing in Python, but you can export the whole thing?
Yes, and in fact, if you pull this down, if you pull this thing down here, you actually see the Python. Like here, if I lift this little blue thing up, that's the Python control. It's a EPY ops transform translate value 007.113, constraint access equals true, da 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 da. You know, if I click on this guy and I rotate him, like that, it's transform rotate value constraint access equals that, da 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 da. If I add a actuator.
So once you have a certain configuration, you can save the whole thing as a Python source file?
No, then this just gives you, this just helps you learn how to write in Python.
I see.
Then you have a,
How do I go?
Can't just go to the text file and do that.
no, not that I know of. But then what you can do is you create a controller, Python controller, and here you list where the script is. Just enter the name of the script.
It's like a bullet.
And whenever the Python controller is actuated, usually it's with an always, it'll execute. Okay, so tomorrow we'll do aesthetics. So we'll do making a skybox so it looks like it's in a realistic place.
Okay.
And we'll do animation. We'll show how to have
You make a ball.
doors open when you get close, or
Make it
feet galloping, and so on.
And
And sound, we'll have sound. And by Wednesday, we'll do some more advanced topics. And what I'd like for the homework, I just want you guys to spend like half an hour a day trying to use this stuff to create some kind of a game, right? So, because I think it's better if you actually try to use these tools to build something. You'll get a deeper understanding of what it means. But I don't want to burden you because you've got the good demos. Incubator demos you're working on. So spend half an hour. Set the timer, the wall timer, oven timer. Yes.
I took a very basic like notes of the to-dos with this.
Yep.
Put it on my blog page.
Okay. And here,
Want to do it again?
and here, so done. Oh, I didn't say it. Wasn't I making the movie?
So do.
Okay, was.
Yeah, and then you edit objects.
Use that line, control
And then use the
Let's see.
5.
Go to
Yeah, that I didn't.
file
Yeah,
and
that's the
just
city.
go to factory settings.
Yes, there we go. So I made a movie, so I'll post this up on the web too.
That's
Okay, so now lunchtime.
I don't get it.